everybody. I haven't really been on camera very often. I don't particularly like to be on camera, but I wanted to welcome two new patrons, Anne and Jody. Thank you so much for joining my Patreon family. It's not a very big family, but I am here to help anyone that has any questions. I am generally just a working artist, and sometimes it's messy. I know I see a lot of videos out there where they're just so perfect, you know, and that's not who I am, unfortunately. I'm not perfect. I'm just busy. I'm busy all the time, and I just want to show you guys what I'm doing, and if I can help you in any way, you know, if you have any questions or anything like that, or just, you know, from seeing my own mistakes and ways I find to get out of my own mistakes, and just how I do things in my process. So I just wanted to welcome new patrons. Thank you so much. And also to thank my current patrons for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. And if you have any requests, the black and white repaint was a request. So I'm happy to try to fit those in. I know that a lot of my stuff is commissions that I'm catching up on, and I'm actually almost there. I only have a few more that I have to get through. So let's see, I've got the Elton John, I've got a couple of Padmes. I can't remember what else, but I have a list somewhere. Anyway, this Barbra Streisand ended up being 2 more hours. I don't know why I thought I could make it 2 parts. So I'm trying to decide here right now at this very second if I'm going to make it 2 more parts or just, you know, 1 full 2 hours. I'll probably just do the 2 hours. And I seem to have lost the final clip. I'm looking all over for it. I don't know what I did with it. Where I finished styling the hair, so I might have to recreate that with another doll because I cannot find it. I can't find it. So, yeah, it's not a very hard style, so I'll probably just recreate it and tack that onto the end because I can't find it. And maybe my camera didn't capture it, like it wasn't recording or something. I don't remember. Sometimes that happens where I didn't push the button and then I'm all done and I'm just like, oh, like. Or yesterday I was in the middle of filming Sarah Sanderson's cape, just finishing it up. And all of a sudden my camera said no more. So I had to empty everything onto my computer so I could finish it up this morning, which is I'm about to get into. But, and that'll be next week's video, will be more of Sarah Sanderson. I don't know if it'll be the final because, you know, there's a lot. I painted her, I made her. I don't remember how much is left over, but there's quite a bit left to show. I'm trying to think. Anyway, I don't have any notes in front of me, but, let's just get on with the Barbra doll, and I will see you guys later. Bye. The beauty about creating this particular character is that she's so distinctive. I mean, that could be a curse too, because what if you get it wrong? But I mean, she has so many, if you can just get the eye makeup right, and the lip shape right, and the nose, well, you know, we've already got that on there. I think she's kind of cheeky because she was young. I think that we can make this work. So I'm gonna grab a couple of colors here. I've already got my burnt sienna tint out. I definitely want this really pretty magenta. I'll figure it out because she's very ruddy looking. I'll need the red. I'll need this and this and this. So I should have just left them in the thingy, but I had no space. So here's my colors. My color chart is going to be titanium white, burnt sienna tint, red iron oxide. Let's kind of scoot them up there. Permanent red and magenta. So those are going to be my colors. And I'm just going to start to do the thing to her face. Let's get going. Yeah, I need my tools to get it going. So I need my trusty little dusty thing there. And I need, I'm not going to pencil it out yet. I need that little brush that I like so much. And you know it's here. I like the look of you. I'm going to take you. Alright, I'm ready, guys. Sorry about that. I'll probably just edit that out. Oh! Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, let's start with the cheekbones. I'm going to try this brush here because it's pretty. Let me clean it. Let's clean your brushes first so you don't. I have a brush cleaner thingy here somewhere. I should look for that. It's just this thing that cleans the brushes out. I have one. Alright, so I'm going to start with white for the cheekbones. So we're just going to put some there, up underneath the cheekbones, and some in the middle of her forehead. I'm just going to dab this in where I want it. I'm not blending or anything yet. I'm just going to dab, dab, dab down the top of her nose. Okay. Now I'm going to go into the burnt sienna. I'm going to dab some of that off on my hand and mix a little bit with burnt sienna tint just to tone it down a little bit so I don't go too crazy. And I'm going to look for her cheekbones. So she has pretty high cheekbones. I just want to make sure you can see. She has pretty high cheekbones. So I'm gonna start with that color and just build it with both of the colors, kind of like dabbing it off so it's not too strong. High up on the face so I can start to build up that shape. Now I'm going to strengthen her jawline, same deal with the burnt sienna and the burnt sienna shade. Just up underneath and behind her ear, just to give her a little bit more of a jawline. This doll doesn't have a very strong jawline. So I'm going to try to get one up underneath there. Alright, I'm going to clean it off and dust the white down a little bit. And then take a look at Barbra, and it looks like she's got some shading around here. I'm not quite as far in as I'd like to be over there. Just get a little bit excess on the chest. Doesn't matter. All right, okay, so we've got a little starter there. Now I'm going to go with my little guy here, and I'm going to choose again the burnt sienna. I'm just going to start with the burnt sienna and the burnt sienna tint. Let me grab my glasses really quick because I'm getting close to the nose. Oh, she's going to fall. Don't fall. Alright, okay. Alright, so I've got my glasses on now so I can really see. And I'm going to follow, this one has the best shadowing, so I'm going to follow that one. Their head's tilted up a little bit, but that's the one I'm going to go with. And let me wipe off some excess. I want to start, well, that wasn't very good wipe off. I'm just going to very gently start to build the shade from where her nose is. And then bring that out. And we'll take this and wipe off some of the excess. And then repeat on the other side. I let this dry for at least an hour before I came back to it. I just really wanted it to have some time to set. And I can see that it's not perfect. I've got some problems, but I'm hoping, like I said before, that the Mr. Super Clear will help a lot. Okay, so that's my first layer of shadow. On top, I'm going to put some underneath too. And a little bit here. All right, now I'm going to get some white. Looks like nope, okay. I'm going to do her upper lip area. Just tap some white in. And a little bit under the nose. That's my printer. And right directly under the eyes. All right. And chin. Let me get this brush and wipe off the excess color and then just sort of blend it out. You know we're going to be adding more. Well, that's a pretty good start. I don't want too much buildup between the lips of, you know, because I'm going to paint those, but. All right. I think I'm going to go in with some of the magenta now and some of the permanent red mixed together to give me a little bit of burnt sienna tint. I want to give myself a little bit of a salmon color. So same deal. I'm just going to very, very gently tap in some color here. Just framing her face. A little bit underneath the chin. I definitely want to get some on the bottom of her nose, but I don't want to use this brush. It's too big. And some things I'll have to add after I add drawing. So let me see if I can get some color off my hand for her nose. So let's see here. It'd be like here. Looks like I got some. I'm going to come in with that salmony color that I picked up. Got a little bit of a ledge there I don't love. It's nice and smooth on this side, but this side I got a little ledge. Just, this isn't exactly what I wanted, but it's close. All right, now I need one of my little tools. Let me grab a tool. I'm sure I've got a bunch of them in here. Right, here's one. So I've got a tool here. And hold on, my little. Let me put some white there. I've got like a little thing. So I want to kind of get the shape of her shadow of her nose there. And like right here maybe. And definitely around the lips, even though we haven't even drawn those in. But we're going to do that in just a minute. I can't really put eyeshadow until I know where her eyes are going to be, you know, drawn in. Okay, and right down the middle to skinny that up. Now I'm going to go in with magenta. I'm going to mix a little bit of everything together with some red iron oxide because I really need some pop here. But I'm going to use the burnt sienna tint to tone it down. So I just want a little bit here, and a little bit here. And maybe just bring it up a little bit here. Just a little. Then at this point I'm going to draw the shape of her nose in to further try to emphasize my sculpting without overdoing it, which is really hard for me because I like to overdo things. So I have to be careful that I don't go too cray-cray here, you know, and make her nose too dark. Like, you still want it to look like it belongs to her face. I wish I could get rid of that ledge, but I really can't at this point unless I just start all over. So I'm just gonna have to work with it. Just a little bit of a natural. Okay, we don't want to go too cray-cray. Let's just, oh no. No. I got a little too heavy-handed. I need some more burnt sienna tint in that mix. It's just getting a little dirty. I don't want it to be dirty. I was actually really happy with it until I just did that. It can go dirty so quick, so you've got to really be careful with your, you know, application here. Alright, so let me just wipe some of that off. Okay, I think at this point I feel like I might want to add a little bit of the iron oxide on the outside of her face and jawline, but because what's going to happen is it looks fine now, but then I'm going to go and I mixed everything together, but I included some iron oxide in there just to give me a little bit more strength. So when I add color, when I add paint, all of this won't look as dark as it does right now. So I'll probably have to add more. All right. I think it's okay for now. Let's spray that and draw her face in. So I'm going to put all of this away. All right, it's time to sketch out her face, which, let's just do it, right? I need the white. I need the black. Nope, that's brown. That's fine. That's fine. I can use that one too. Here we go. So I am using, I guess I've got a Prismacolor here. I don't want that. I'm going to use this brown Arteza watercolor pencil. Alright, so I'm going to use, I'm going to scoot that back a little bit so I can see it better. And I'm going to try to get over here without disrupting my camera. So the first thing I'm going to do, her nose looks dirty. I have to fix that. I don't like that. I don't know what I did right there, but I'll fix it. So I want to look at the shape of her eye, which is, you can see here, I'm going with this like kind of shape. And that's the way it seems to be in every picture. She has very distinctive eyes, like Lady Gaga has very distinctive eyes. So I'm going to make sure you can see. I'm going to draw in that shape. She also has like a really small tear duct I'm looking at right now. Alright, so let me get my shape in. The other line here will go like around there. It feels like my Mr. Super Clear is not very dry. Little tiny tear duct. And there's quite a bit of shadowing here. So I'm just sort of drawing that in. That'll come around that way. And then a little tear duct. I'm having a hard time drawing on this because, like I said, I don't know if it's fully dry. I'm really bothered by the nose. Let me see if I can. I'll fix that for a minute. I'll have to get the pan pastels back out for that. So it would have like a pretty white here. So I'm using a charcoal because a charcoal pencil just really pops. Small tear duct and then up underneath there. Nothing is drawing well because let me get my Prismacolor and see if it's more friendly. No, I'm very sticky. Very sticky, very sticky. Indeed. Okay. So I'm getting my shape. This will be dark too. And it'll come down and around like that. And she also has like a, let me turn her toward me a minute. Okay, we're going to want to come up more on this one. Like that. Uh-oh. And then down at the bottom she has this not here but in the movie she's got like this heavy eyeliner right here. It sort of has its own life. So we'll just put that down there. And let's do a quick sketch of her eye shape. And then, oh, I found my black. I found my black. This is what I really wanted. Nothing seems to want to be drawing on here very well. I'm having trouble with that. Okay, what was I looking for? Blue. I need blue to draw in her eyes, so I'm just going to grab a blue pencil. Am I? Well, I have a blue violet. That looks good. Hold on. Okay, I had to sharpen the pencil. Her eyes are so vibrantly blue. So we're going to go straight forward look and just pencil in her eyes. And it looks like there's white all the way around, so I'll have to work with that. Okay. Okie dokie. Now let's get this pencil out and just lightly tap in. I'm going to sharpen it. It'll only take a second here because it's already sharp. I just want a little bit of a sharpening. Just want to sharpen the tip a little bit. Okay. So I want to do the eyebrows. Sort of like this picture, somewhere between these two pictures. Not like this because she's looking up and her eyebrows are raised a little bit. So more like somewhere between these two. So not as low as this and not as high as that. Somewhere like, let's see here. It almost feels like she has really straight brows. Look, they've made them look real archy here, but I think her eyebrows are really straight. So let's try to emulate that look of the straighter brow. Okay, so kind of, I mean, there's not much there to see yet, but I think so. The nose is making me so insanely crazy. I've got to fix that. So I'm going to immediately remedy my problem so I don't push myself over the edge with how dirty it looks. You work so hard on something and then you see that, you know, while you're trying to draw it in the face, and that's all I can see is her nose looks dirty. So I'm going to put some burnt sienna tint over top of it and then deal with it later. So I can't look at the dirty nose. I can't do it. I can fix I can fix everything after when I spray it, but right now I've just got to get rid of that. So let's just go ahead and take some of that burnt sienna tint up over the eyes too. So I'm looking at her picture, and it could be the printing, but it looks like it's a little pink under there. I don't know. It could be. I'm going to, before I sketch out the other eye, I'm going to get the lips. So her lips are really pale. I'm going to use this pencil again. And look, this one's going to give me, she's got a heavier bottom lip, smaller top lip, and it only looks even here because she's tilting back. Same here, she's tilting back, but here is really a little bit more accurate. So somewhere between these, I'm going to try to get that. She's got like a wide, let's see where they level out to. So her nostrils are here. And then I know I've got that face level to you, but now I can't see a darn thing. So I gotta move it a little bit, sorry. All right. I'm not breathing here. I don't even think I've got this as far out as I want it. Something like that. I don't have the other eye to guide me. That's my bad. Is her mouth that wide? I don't know. Let me draw on my pupil. I'm just getting a lot of waxiness on this. Okay, so I've got a mouth that comes way out here. Look, I have garnet. No wonder. Goodness, that was a gush of wind outside. No wonder her eyebrows came out red. I thought I had burnt sienna. Whoopsies. That's okay, I can fix that. Bottom lip is a little fuller. Let's bring that down. And she has like a little bit of a thing there. I've never done Barbra Streisand before, so this is my first attempt. I don't know how I'm doing, but I'm trying. All right. Let's make sure that's wide enough out. What is this? Giving so much grief. Okay, well, right now I am just personally not feeling it. I don't see her yet. I'm not seeing Barbra. I could be because I put that big white dollop in the middle of her nose. I don't know, but I'm not seeing it yet. It could be the face, it could be the hair, it could be a number of things. I need to get a brown pencil for that eyebrow that I did in red. Let me just go over that. I'll do the same thing to the other one so that they match. All right. I don't know. Something's not right. Let's put it down a little bit. Let's go ahead and color in her eyeshadow where I want it to be. Okay. All right, and nostrils a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to take a second here and look at it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just sketch in this other, what time is it? It's almost lunchtime, which I desperately need. I need a little bit of a break here so I can gather my thoughts on how I'm approaching this. Because I just want to make sure it looks like her, you know? Okay, let's go to the little tear duct. It goes, with a Jean doll eye, you've got to make the space smaller. So it looks like a regular size eye compared to the rest of the face. Some dolls you just have to do that with. And hers are specifically big. This type doll has just like enormous eyes, almost like a full-on canvas. So, all right, I'm just sort of sketching in the other side now, quickly, because paint's going to be my friend here. All right, I was very light with those eyebrows. How close are they together? Not terribly close. I mean, she's... Bring them in a little bit more. I don't know if I have them close enough together. Let's look at another picture of her. Yeah, her eyebrows are incredibly close together. Alright, well, I mean, one side looks better than the other, obviously. I've worked on it longer. But I'm getting somewhere. At least it feels like I am. I hope I am. That looks sloppy. All right, let me see if I can fix that eyeliner on this side. That side looks better than this side. Looks super messy. All right. Well, it's not perfect, but I'm gonna stop here, go eat lunch, and when I come back, it'll be paint time. Okay, so, why does it look so funny? It looks like it's glazed over. Let me look. I can't tell. Let me get closer. So I'm trying to work it out. You know, I remember her looking a little cross-eyed. I bet her eyes are really close together, and this doll's eyes are not really close together. So I started painting her because I needed to get up in there. I'm going to go ahead and work on the other eye on camera. And the lips are just basically just traced in. Not much done there yet. But this eye I worked on a little bit. And I think that her eyes are too far apart to look like Barbra. So I'm going to show you what I do to try to make eyes look like they're closer together. I'm going to try to show you. So let me put the camera up and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And let me get a little closer for you so you can see. I feel like I've changed my lighting or did something to make my lighting weird. Let me try to move it over here. It just does not feel right. Whoa. Careful now. All right. I'm going to pull it around here. Oh, now it's bumping my... Wouldn't you like to... I'll just fix this. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right, so this actually is probably the best position that I've had so far. And it's a little far for me, but I'll work around it. So anyway, I need to draw her eyes in to look like they're closer together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some Pan Pastel. And I think I'll go with the brown. Hold on. I'm going to go with the burnt sienna shade. And my goal here is to try to get them to look closer together. So I'm going to take just a paintbrush. Sorry, I got hesitated there because I have my windows open. It's a beautiful day and it made some noise. So I'm going to cause shadow here. And this is to give the impression of the eyes being closer together. Now, I may have to start over on the eyes because I'm following the shape of the original doll eyes. Let's try something, okay? I'm going to try it on the other side. This might be tricky for me. So adding the shadow is really good, but I want to bring the eye over more. And if I do this, I'm going to have to change the other eye. We're going to do it with paint. Oh, I need to be able to make sure you can see what I'm doing. So I'm actually going to bring it up to you. That way I can hold it up to me like this. So I'm just going to hold it like in a weird position, but I think you'll be able to see better, and I definitely can. So I'm going to try to, she has little short tear ducts. So I'm going to try this. But because I'm doing that, I'm going to have to bring the eye over like that, which means everything in there is going to have to be moved over. So let me do that. I'm making it harder on myself, but I mean, I want it to look like her, right? And she's kind of giving me the Marilyn, not the gosh, don't you hate when you're doing that? I'm trying to do two things at once, and this eye is painted so pretty. It really is, but it's giving me a Marilyn feel, not a Barbra Streisand feel. So then that way I'd have to move this way over here. Let me grab some more white. Bring it over. And now I have moved, if you can see, I've moved her eye. I'm going to mix a little bit of like a fleshy color here. Way more white, please. I'm going to move this over here a little bit. That's too much paint, so let me just sort of tone that down. Okay, it looks a little freaky, but do you see how I did that? So I just scooted everything over, and now I'm going to have to do it to that one, which is sad because I worked on it, and now it's useless. I'll add the eyeliner back in. But I do feel like this is going to give me more of a Barbra Streisand look. And then she's got that weird like eye liner under there. And she still has that teeny tiny tear duct. And I want to make sure I keep that rounded, so I have to work on that. Which means I'm probably going to have to round this part here up a little bit, right in there. I need paint for that. So it's gonna go around, and I'm gonna round off that front part. I'm not getting my paint to do what I want. Okay, come on. Let's go paint. So what I want is I want to bring the eyeliner over and then down, which shortens the tear duct and gives that the shape that I'm looking for. So her eyeliner goes down a little bit further, and then I can kind of bring it over here, something like that. It looks pretty horrific, but I think you're getting the idea. And then I want to bring her eye way over here. Okay, I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just painting blue in to get like my eyeball shape. It's not dry enough to paint over the white really, so I'm just going to let that dry a little bit. But I do think that that helps to give it more of a, if you look at it, so now look how much further that is over. Now this one's going to have to be fixed so that I can take away from the Marilyn look and have more of the, so watch me completely paint over this. I'm not going to take it off or anything. I'm just going to scoot it over. I'm erasing some of that. I'll worry about that later. I'm going to bring that black back over. Let's see here. I want the eye line to be about here. So I need to make the tear duct come up. Oh, I don't know if you can see. My black is too woo. So it's going to go up and around and make a circle there. And then a little tiny tear duct here. And then we'll take a look and make sure that it's that it's far enough in, which I don't know if it is. I think I could go further in. I think I can go further in. I have to cover the eyeball so that it can stop distracting me. It's distracting me from placement. So this is, I haven't done this in a while, where I had to completely change the position of the eyes. But if you paint thin enough, you should be able to just paint right over it. It's not a big deal. As long as your paint is thin enough, it should be fine. So I can go back over here now. I think that has dried a little bit. And go ahead and do more blue. That's the goal. More blue, please. I think Barbra Streisand is almost, she's very, oh, I hesitate to, did I say it before? Almost cross-eyed looking. You know? That iris is too big, but I gotta let it dry. And I've definitely gotta let that dry. So, let me look at the, eyeliner, I mean the eyeshadow. I feel like it's not round enough here. Alright, since I put so much paint on each of them, I've just been going back and forth. I gotta let it dry for a minute. I'm really hating where the placement of the iris is here. I'm gonna scoot that over a little bit. But you know what I haven't done, and let me do that really quick. I have to put, oh, crap. I just painted on my light. I have to, let me put a little tear duct in here because that shadowing does make a difference in where everything will go. This is so wet. Ugh. I gotta let that set up a little bit. All right. Ah, everything's too wet. Let me pause it and let it dry. Okay, I used the blow dryer so that I didn't have to wait because I'm impatient. And I'm gonna fix this iris. I think I need to pull the picture over here. I'm just going all over the place and I'm not really looking at her eyes. So let's do that. Let's look at her eyes. She might have a tiny bit of yellow in there. All right. I'm just trying to fix the shape here. Since I had already drawn everything in and it just wasn't working. All right, I've really got to work on rounding the eye. She has a really round eye. Oh, I think that was really, really helpful. Like you can see the change, you know? And then we've got this. Eyeliner over here that's, it could look better. Oh, they connect at the end. How cute. Do they in the movie? Not really. All right. My paint's not agreeing with me. It's rude. Rude paint. Okay, so this part, I'm sorry I'm not talking, but I'm trying to focus. I will tell you, I made the job harder for myself, is what happened, and now I'm just trying to correct that. And so of course the repaint's going to take longer, So I don't really want to put lashes in yet. I just kind of want to I'm just trying to give myself some shape help here. Okay. All right. I gotta rest that arm. It's gonna hurt later. Okay, so I'm still not super happy with placement here. I still feel like this one could go over more. I really liked the eye. It was pretty painted, but it just didn't look like her eye. You know, it just didn't look, it looked like Marilyn. You know, that it had that look about it. So we're going to round that off over here. Same thing. And that means I'm ignoring all of the lines of the doll altogether. I'm just pretending like they don't exist. And then it would be somewhere around like that. And then this thing would go here now. Something like that. We'll figure it out. But okay, resting the arm again. This is the thing about painting something so microscopically small. I mean, it's obviously not that small, but the thing about painting something so small is that you have to rest from it. Any kind of artwork you should be resting, taking little breaks, walking around, you know, just getting some rest, because it takes a lot of mental focus to paint something so small. And I can tell my paint is starting to give me trouble. I want this iris to be a little bit bigger. And I think it's important too that you guys see that not everything that I do is just like, boom, there it is. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's a fight to the finish. And this particular doll is definitely giving me a lot of fight. It was already going to be a challenge because I'm going to have to get new paint. It already was going to be a challenge because she doesn't look like, this doll doesn't look like her, you know? And then I had to put a nose on it. And of course that was as challenging all on its own, but it's starting to sort of look right. And then the eyes are too far apart and too big. So I've been like having some challenges, but I feel like I'm finally getting somewhere. But I'm going to need fresh paint, guys, because this paint is getting so tacky that it's just not flowing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop for now. I think, I don't know, what time is it? It's only 2 o'clock. I'm going to stop and take a break. Clean up, get some fresh water, get a cup of coffee, and then come back. I really wanted to show really quick, and this is what I'm going to try to achieve. This should not be out right now. Oops. What I'm going to want to try to achieve, let me get it really close up. Do you see her eyes, how pretty they are? They've got like that light around the iris and the little light dots and stuff like that. I'm going to try to achieve that in my painting. I want them to look all liquidy and pretty like that. There's another picture here where you can really see how pretty her eyes are. And they're light around the iris. I mean, around the pupil. That's what I'm trying to say, the pupil. You can't really tell in this picture. It's kind of dark, but yeah. I gotta take a break, guys. Hey, guys, and happy February 1st. Okay, it's gonna be beyond that by the time you see this video, but today is February 1st, and the last that I left off, I was taking a break from this, and that was Friday. It is now Monday, and I am getting back to it, finally. It has been, I'm going to try to bring it up closer to myself, but I was challenged with this, so I guess I just needed to step away so that I could make it work, you know, maybe just with a fresh perspective, the word? perspective. So let me grab a brush here. I don't think I've used this brush yet. It looks brand new. And I don't know how that's going to go. See how long I hold it. But where we left off, I had I'm trying to scoot the eyes over. So let's continue on with that. And I guess I'm wearing really strong glasses right now so I can see well. So I want to make sure that you can see. It looks like it. And I'm going to be like up, just nosebleed right in your face, up on top of this doll, so that I can get, oh, I have an itch like right by my eye, wouldn't you know? Just as you start to try to settle in, and you get like this crazy itch. Hold on. It's just like right on my eye. There we go. Okay, that was good. I think my coffee is in the way. Let me move it back here. All right. Okay. All right. So now I'm getting all settled in. I've got all my paint here. And I'm going to try to draw on that iris again. Make sure I'm close enough. Very close, so I don't know. I can't. Oh, come on. Why are you separating? You're a brand new brush. Whew. All right, well, I think, you know what I think I need? Looking on my palette, I don't have. And that is a little bit of Elaine's Flow Improver extender stuff. I need some more of that. What is going on with my eye? Why is it itching? I decided not to put a lot of makeup on this morning. My skin felt really dry. I've been trying some new products, makeup products, and I think I've been going a little overboard with the powder. So my face felt really dry this morning. And I put just some oil and moisturizer on my skin, and then I just lightly did some makeup on my eyes, nothing much. So my husband, he video chats me every morning when he gets to work, just to let me know he's there. And he's like, "Are you okay? Have you been crying?" No, I just don't have all my makeup on. It's funny. I was like, oh my God. No, honey, I'm fine. Just this is just the minimalist, which is funny because I mean he sees me without makeup on a lot, obviously, but I guess on camera I just wasn't quite gussied up as usual. Anyway, the weekend was really nice. We decided, we've been doing the Mediterranean diet, and I mean, it's only this little beginning of our third week, and we're just sort of like gradually getting into it. And on the weekends, we're taking it off. So I don't know if how this is going to work. It's what he wants to do, but you know, maybe a cheat meal would be fine, but a whole weekend, I'm not sure if it's not 2 steps. You know, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I just don't know, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we decided to go out to dinner for the first time in forever. We had this really cute restaurant called Shiloh's in Titusville. And it has this beautiful deck on the river. So it's all open, outdoor, and, you know, you feel pretty comfortable having a meal outside, you know, especially during this whole pandemic thing. So we did that, and I had spent the entire day yesterday. My mom sent me all of these old videos that she had put, like the 8mm tapes from when we were kids, on VHS tape and then she sent me the VHS tapes and asked if we could put it on, you know, like preserve them. So yesterday I spent all day with one of them, putting the videos together and like one video for YouTube, you know, just the family, just for the family, and adding music to it and stuff like that. So it was a little bit nostalgic yesterday. I don't really have memories of any of that because I was so young. My parents got a divorce when I was, I think, 2. I think I was 2 years old. So, and they both remarried really quickly. So most of my, those memories I don't have, but so it was really cool to see them, you know, just, it was, some of them were before I was born with my sister. And then after I was born, up until I was maybe 1.5. So it was cool to see those and see how they lived and everything. I'm from Texas, so it was, my dad's a hunter and a fisherman, so it was a lot of that, a lot of hunting and fishing and stuff like that. So, but there was no sound or anything, so I just spent some time looking for some music to add to it and just sort of string them together. There's more videos. They're even older, that, you know, before Mom and Dad got married, and I will be working on those. And then there's some where Mom went on like a trip with my aunt to Europe after my stepfather passed away. So those were pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh, my husband and I were kind of filtering through them, and they're just mostly in the car talking, you know, with all the scenery going by, and then in about 1 billion churches around Europe, and they're not great. But Mom loves them, so I'll make sure I put them all together for her so that she and my aunt can watch them again, because they were, you know, before they get corrupted and old. So I have those to do this again, probably this weekend coming up, or in the evening if I have time. So that was my weekend. I had a big old burger last night, which was ridiculously, outrageously good. And then I'm trying to figure out while I'm eating it, and I kept on saying to my husband, we have a grill, we have all the stuff, why isn't my burger this good? Like, this is my, why can I'm a decent cook, but I can't make a burger taste this good. So that sucks. But it's probably good too, because we're not supposed to be eating a lot of red meat anymore. Well, at least not on the Mediterranean. I used to do keto and decided I didn't want to do that anymore because it's so restrictive. You know, there's just too much restrictions. And with Mediterranean, at least you can have a little bit of everything. You just, moderation, I guess. They don't want you to eat white bread and white rice and things like that. They want you to find healthier choices for them. So that is what we are up to. Both of us just need to get a little healthier. Well, the brush is helping because it's a newer brush, so I'm getting a cleaner look here. I'm looking at the picture of her, and they're all a little different, but I'm just trying to capture her eye shape right now, and colors. So am I bumping my phone? I think so. I'm trying to get so close I'm bumping it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to add some, uh-oh, I don't know if you can hear that. It's the popo. Gonna be getting somebody. Okay, so let's get that big weird eyelash thing. Where's that start? Like somewhere around here. Speaking of, you know, looking at these pictures of Barbra Streisand. This would have been around the 60s, which is what I was looking at my mom. And her hair, oh my goodness, it was so tall. It was crazy tall. So that was fun. She had my sister Melanie, when she was like 3, had giant hair too, and I'm like, she's a 3-year-old. And Mom said she had a standing appointment at the beauty parlor with me. I'm like, okay, Mom. So it was pretty funny. I guess we're getting some windiness out there. I hear things flinging around. Alright, all I'm really doing here is I'm mixing some burnt sienna with some white so that I can kind of clean up, because remember I moved this eye over, so now I'm trying to clean it up for where it used to have paint. I don't want to go that white, but I probably will blend it out with pan pastels so that it's just a little bit less, you know, noticeable. I don't want any sharp edges or anything. So it seems like I'm either going too burnt sienna or too white, and I can't find the balance. But like I said, I'll use some pan pastels to fix that. And that'll work just fine. So this morning I made, oh shoot, sorry. I've got this big thing on my head. It's so easy to bump. This morning I made avocado mayonnaise. So, and then I was like, oh, I want some avocado mayonnaise at lunchtime. And then I remembered I had this soup I wanted to eat that I made on Friday. So, and I ate too much bread last week. So, avocado mayonnaise tomorrow, and that'll give it time for the flavors to kind of mingle. I made this little page on well, let's see if I can, let me go back. That was just like a brown color that I'm putting like up here to deepen that crease right there. Okay, so I made a little page on Facebook called Beauty Life, and it used to be, I was going to do, and if you look back in my YouTube videos you can see it, I was going to do makeup tutorials like for mature skin, and I stopped doing it because it was taking up way too much of my time for a fun hobby. You know, that's all I really wanted, was I wanted to play around with it. It was fun for me, but it was just taking up too much of my time, you know, between the setup and the makeup and the hair and the videos and everything like that, and I wasn't getting my dolls done, so I had to put that to rest. It wasn't going to happen, especially for something that was just a hobby. So what I have is a beauty page for my hobby on Facebook. I have a blog, but I really don't keep up with that, and I'm going to be using it for recipes and anything I find, fun stuff, you know, non-doll related kind of things. So if you're interested in looking at it, it's on my Facebook page. And I can link it here on Patreon if anybody's interested. Just let me know. I'll put a link up. But it's fun. And I put in the recipe that I use to make the soup, and I put in the recipe for the mayonnaise. I'm looking at her eyes. It says, my watch just told me I had to get up and move, but I don't want to right now. Not yet. I do think it's starting to come together. Let me pause this for a minute and stretch my arms. Okay, so I grabbed this called Honeysuckle Pink from Apple Barrel, and I'm gonna use that for the lips. I mean, they're nude, but I'm gonna mix some color here to try to get that nude pink look that on her lips and give the eyes a break for a minute. So let me do that. So I've got my pink, some white, and some burnt sienna. That's going to be too light, but let me just add a little bit more color to it, just a little bit of each of the colors. Okay, let's see here. I hope you guys can see good. All right, well, that looks like a nice color. That looks like a nice color. So let me just okay, so I think what I can do, that's pretty pale, but I think I can like blend in a little bit more white into that. I'm looking at her. Start blending in where it's wet on wet, kind of. That's what I'm going for. I'm going to lean in further. I can't see very well, so let me get in there. More white. Okay, now I want to take some of that honeysuckle pink and some burnt sienna together and put it in the crease a little bit. Sort of just push it out like that from the inside, brushing down. A little bit more kind of dried out. Where's my... Okay. Just pushing it into the crease and then out. And up to, just trying to get some color right there. And then let's look, her lips are not quite that low, so I'm going to get the burnt sienna, mix it into my pink. Let me see, where are you guys? Can you see? And I'm thinking my line here around her lips is too strong, so I'm gonna have to buff that out a little bit. So I'm just gonna take the very minimalist bit of color from that white mixture that we did and just sort of dab it over top, trying to blend it into the other color. So a slow graduation between the dark to the light, so it doesn't look quite so, I mean, you don't want it like a straight line. I'm gonna need to mix some more though. I'm making kind of like a peachy pink is what I'm doing here. I could probably add just a little bit of yellow if I wanted to. A little tiny bit of yellow just to get a little bit more of that peachy pink. Okay, let's look and see what I got here. I have a great big shine. Where are you? I've got a great big shine on it, so it's hard for me to see the graduation. I'm trying to move it around so that I can see better. I'm trying to dab them in wet on wet too, so that they blend better. All right, let's try the other side. It's not too bad looking. It's not too bad looking. I can see better over here. All right, let me get the wider version. Now the darker version. I'm just trying to tap the two colors together. I need more white. It's not really white, it's more of like it's just a mixture of the colors. And I feel like that is still too dark. All right, oh, la, 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 la. That right there needs to be over a little bit, so it's more balanced. All right, there we go. So, same thing has to be done at the bottom. So I'm gonna have to mix a little bit more white, a touch of yellow, a touch of the honeysuckle pink, and oh, wait, calm that down. Burnt sienna got crazy. There's some more white. Okay. And I'm gonna have to see how it could take quite a while to do the lips when you want something specific, you know? Okay, so now I'm mixing just the honeysuckle and the burnt sienna. Where am I? And I want to create like this little rounded dip here that she has, like right here. It kind of goes like that, and then down, and then I'm going to take some of the white around the edges of it. All right. Let me take some of the dark brown and some of the pink and go between. I'm just not quite getting it yet. Let's do some of the white. Maybe it's too big. Are the lips too big? It might need to go a little darker here. All right. Break. All right. I had to look at the video and make sure that I was actually getting video, but I'm still having I'm gonna take off these glasses and try this. This might be more helpful. So where am I? I've just got some white here, just pure white. And I'm going to try to get these lips where I want them to be. So all I'm doing right now, I've got it really thinned out, the white. And I'm just putting some texture on the lips. Okay, and then it seems like it dips in here. Let me get some brown, burnt sienna brown, some of the honeysuckle pink over here. I'm just getting the darker shades. That might be too dark, so I gotta be careful. At least thin it out. Okay, it looks like she's got quite a bit of a dip right here. And this might add to the shape of her lips better. Alright, I don't want that to be too strong, so I need to, like, while it's still wet, I need to kind of feather it out. Okay, same thing on the other side. Same exact thing. And then take my brush and feather that out so it's not super strong. Looking for shadowy, because we're still doing a nude lip, but see, to me, it's a little too strong still, color-wise. So we're just gonna keep on working at it until we're happy. Alright, so she's got like such a distinctive mouth. Can I not capture this? Come on. Right? I don't want those lines to be super strong. Okay, I still think her lips might be a little too wide at the top. Creating some shadow right here so I can build that shape up. So right under there. And then I'm going to use some highlight to even more bring that out right there and right there. I'm really going for the shape of her lips. Really trying. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, I'm still not totally satisfied with that. So let me get some more pink, some more burnt sienna, and stretch out the top of her mouth a little bit more over here. Same over here. Whew. don't hate it. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if it's giving me all the feels yet. I want it to. I'm adding some of that lip color into her eyeball. Okay, let's get some white. Mix with some of that pink and do the little bit better shine. Oh, it's a little strong. It'll fade though. Alright, let me get some of that around the edge of her. Well, I did not mean to do that. It's okay, I can just go in and touch it up. There we go. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put some yellow in her eye. I bought a new apron on Etsy. I don't know if I said that before, but I bought a new apron on Etsy. And I want it. I want it now. It's coming tomorrow, I think, but I want it today. I'm so looking forward to my new apron. I never was one to wear aprons or anything like that. It's just, well, my stepdaughter Leah asked for one for Christmas, and I was like, why don't I wear an apron? That would be nice. So I ordered myself one. It's like a gray, I'll show it to you guys. It's gray, and it's gray denim, and it's supposed to be soft and comfy. So, and it has lots of pockets in the front, and I thought, you know what, that could be really nice to have. I'm wearing an apron now. When she ordered it, I looked in my stash, and as a garage sailor, I bought like a barista apron, so it's only got the 2 front pockets, and I need more pockets. So I ordered one, and I got a great deal. I think the total was 20 bucks. It was on sale. It was $30 maybe, 30. I think it was $10 off, or close to $10 off. And I'm really looking forward to it. When it comes, I will show you guys so we can see together if it was as good a deal as I hope it was. I knew I didn't want anything too stiff, you know, and I may have to wash it. Like, I might have to put it in the wash and soften it up before I actually wear it. Oh my god, guys, am I getting this? I don't know. I feel like I'm somewhere in the area. Well, I don't know. Does it look like her? Do you guys see it? Something isn't right about the lips. I'm going to do a little burnt sienna and the honeysuckle pink. Maybe a touch of brown. In the middle of those lips. A little bit more like right here. And then maybe draw that out a little bit with some pink. And then some of the white. I still don't think that did it. I don't know. I really honestly expected it to be easier, so You know, that's life, right? When you think something's going...
Glad to hear it.
Well, I don't know why she's talking to me. Maybe she thinks I'm talking to her. I think that would be better to do with pan pastels. Alright, so I guess I need to fix the other eye, huh? Excuse me, hiccup. Alright, so get that brown up there for the eyeliner. My brown's being poopy. Whoops. All right. Let's get some, yeah, my brown's being terrible crap. It's because it's craft paint. The brown, I didn't get brown with my kit of colors here. I could mix brown. Might be easier than trying to get this thing to work. Some white, and that's going to be for the iris, and I'm going to say both of them, the irises are way, I mean the whites of the eyes are way too white, so I'm not going to keep it like that. I'm going to fix that. Oh, that's better. Yeah, it's coming along. I feel like both of my irises are just kind of wonky. I'm moving my legs here. Sorry. So I'm going to take some straight blue, maybe a touch of brown, just nothing much, and try to make them more circular. There we go. Let's try the other one. It just doesn't quite look like a circle. Okay. Some yellow around the pupil. A little bit. Some white. Let me give myself some shine over there. One, oops, two. It's a little heavy-handed, so now that one needs more. I'll probably have to go back in and add more blue to the eyes because her eyes are so blue. Touch up the pupils. Let me get a little bit of white and burnt sienna. Right here. I'm not sure if you can see me right here. Just to clean up that line. Do we have her? Do you guys see it? I feel like the lips are off. That's what I feel like. Let me just pink and burnt sienna, and I'm going to try to change the shape a little bit. Let's see here. So up this way. Maybe. I'm just kind of lifting them a little bit over here on those corners. I just feel like they're not quite right. All right, well, the line is entirely too dark, but that's okay. If I can get the shape right, then I can always blend. I'll also use, I don't know, did that help? I can't tell. I need to take a look at her, rest my eyes a minute. Actually, before I do that, let me take some burnt, oh, I don't have anything good here. Some white with some of the pink and burnt sienna that I just used, and I'm going to put it under her nose. Like right here. On both sides. I just sort of want to work on that shape a little bit more. Okay. And then her nostrils kind of go down here. So, I don't know if you can see. I'm going to turn it up like that, so that it kind of goes around like this on both sides. Just, I mean, it's a very small, little, tiny change. I think we're getting there. I do. I think we are. It's looking like Barbra, but I need to put her down for a second and stretch my legs. I think I see a little mistake here with Barbra's lips, so I'm going to take some white, a little burnt sienna, and I'm definitely going to be using some pan pastels for a little bit of work on that, correcting. I wish I could use a brand new brush every time I painted. Like, just every doll gets a new brush, right? Okay. It really does make a difference. So as I was looking at her lips, I noticed that they kind of come down a little bit, like right here. That does seem to help a little. So same thing. I'm not quite getting the curve right here. So just a tiny bit of a curve. That helps a little bit. And then I'll use pans to soften that up. And I want to do like a little bit of a, try some improver. A little bit of a pull in right there. And a little pull in right there. And I feel like that's just a little bit better. This lip line in the middle is just a little too dark, so I'm going to just brush over top of it. Don't go too crazy. Which means more lines down here, more lines down here, and maybe a little bit of shadow up underneath those lips with the pink and the burnt sienna, and watered down so it's just shadowy, not too much paint in my brush. So just a little bit more down here. All right, this brush needs to be cleaned out really good. All right, so I don't like this eyebrow over here, and I'm going to take some white and burnt sienna and lift it a little bit. I can't tell if it's too high or too, I think it's a little of both. I'm going to just bring up some paint right here. All right, that'll do it. And then I'll take some of the brown and sort of straighten out the line. All right. Okay. Just little touch-ups. She's got like this little curve in her eyebrow, so I'm going to go back with that white and burnt sienna mixture. More white. She has this little bit of a curve. More white. I'll put it right there on my hand. Right here, there's like a little curve. Right there. I don't know if both of them have it, but we'll just add that right there. Kind of round that off a little bit. That seems to help. I still feel like this eyebrow over here needs more attention. Just a little bit on the top. Above this here a little bit. I am definitely going to come in here with some pans, so I don't have to worry about blending and blending with my paint. Alright, I think I need some shadow in that corner over here. Just a little bit of shadow. Yep. Am I getting it? Am I getting it? Let's add some more blue to her eyes. Her eyes are so incredibly blue. So let's get the... I have way too much blue on my... I need to water that down. Okay. Alright, so... let's get some more blue in that eye. Same thing over here. I'm just brushing it around. So I can distribute more blue. Okay. I don't know if I got quite as much blue over there that I wanted. Alright, so let's make the irises not, the eye whites not so white. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take a little bit of black, actually. A little bit of black. And kind of maybe a touch of blue and just sort of brush over the white so it's not so stark. Let me do some more. I'm not quite getting enough. Alright, definitely need to shadow underneath the eye. Right underneath the eyelash line. More shadow there. Like maybe there. I didn't get anything there. Let's try that again. Right there, right there, right there. Okay. I feel like she's looking in this direction, not straight on. And I could maybe fix that. I don't know. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some pretty strong highlight down here. All right, and okay, gotta take a minute. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up now, and I put a little bit of eyeshadow on there already. I almost kind of forgot I was filming. I was like, hey, you gotta finish filming. So I wanted to put these little like smiley things by her mouth. Just a little tiny bit there, not a lot. And then I've got one for white right here and right here. So I'm just wanting to finish these up, and then maybe a little bit around her mouth, and that'll soften up lines and things like that. Right around there, so wherever I painted. Okay, so this is what I've been waiting for. I think she's good, and I'm gonna go ahead and take these the hair down. I've been dying to take the hair down, so let me start pulling these guys out so I can get that off and see how it goes. I know I might have a problem with the bangs because remember they're supposed to be flat to the head, and they are going to be all squished back like this. So, well, I'm going to cut that part off, so I don't care about that. Oh, they're pretty flat still. Look at that. Not bad, not bad. Oh, it really starts to look like her when you get those bangs on there, doesn't it? Let's pull that. Oh, I hope that. Oh, that looks so pretty. Yes, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I mean, it still looks like a Jean doll, but it looks like a Jean doll. Barbra Streisand Jean doll. So, I'm just going to go ahead and pull all these out. And it should be, you know, really nice and dry because it's been in here for days now. If you can do that and just put the little thing on and work on the hair, then you don't have to, you know, worry about the face getting ruined. It's a bonus. Sometimes the hair is too big, like Padme. I'm going to be doing Padme. I don't know. I don't think anybody said they wanted to see those, so I won't show them unless you would like to see me paint her. I won't do it, but let's get these. So those went up because it's an updo. I asked the guy for the longer hair doll so I could get that nice updo, but all he had was this, and so this is what I have to work with. But I think I could maybe fake it. You know what I mean? Like fake a Victorian updo. So I've got the hair all done, and let's see, what I'll be doing is this part will get cut. That extra frizzy part will get cut because it's bangs. I think what I'll do is I'll go through and I will just start to tease the whole thing like this all the way around. The whole head's gonna get teased. I'm gonna have to look for a flat brush because I want it to be pretty big. I don't remember what the picture looks like now. I just know it's Victorian. So let's just make sure it's nice and fluffy. Okay. Used to be a hairdresser, so I was not as I don't have to be as gentle with the dolls as I did the people. Okay. All right, a couple more. Alright, so it looks like that looks like Barbra Streisand in the 70s. Only her hair was a little lighter color. So this is Hello Dolly. And what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to try to just shape it into a Victorian style. I still don't know how I'm going to approach the fact that the hair is too short, but I will figure it out. I remember when I was a kid I really liked this movie, and now I have no memory of it. I should watch it again. I want it to be much smoother than that because it's Victorian smoothness. Okay, let's flip her around. I'm trying to leave all the teasing on the inside to give my hair like the really big hair. But how I'm going to keep it in the bouffante look, I don't know yet. Like how I'm going to, because look, it's so short. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get it though. You can see. I'm just I'm gonna clean this up and think about it. This is my replacement head. So what I did was I think I started in the back, and I had curled the hair up so that it would be more cooperative, but I took these little rubber bands I get at the Dollar Tree. You know, they're the ones that you use for braiding or whatever, and I just, because I didn't have a lot of hair to work with, I just tied off the ends of the hair with the rubber band like that. And then I just pushed it into the middle of my, like that, so that I created that puff there. And then I took a straight pin and then just pin it into the head. Ow. And then I go to the next section and I do the same thing. I just kind of smooth out some hair. I'm not going to make this great because I don't need to. It's just kind of a demonstration. Same deal. I'm going to grab some hair on the edges there. Just sort of tie it off. She's wiggling on me. Okay. And then, well, that's not very pretty, but I think you get the idea. Take another straight pin and go through that and pin it down in the middle. Ow! Come on. I need something. I'll just use this. It's a little sharp on my fingers. Okay, so you can see how I'm kind of making that puff. So it's getting that Victorian look, and it's just pinning it down in the middle. Then I came around. I can actually move her head. I don't know why I keep on trying to move her body. Same thing over here. Grab another one of the little, and I tried to use the ones that were the same color as her hair, close to the same color as her hair, so that you couldn't see them very well once it was done. So same deal. Just tie it off at the end of the hair like that, and then tuck it in. I'm getting that Victorian poof on shorter hair. There we go. And I would use, this one has like a, looks like a short piece of hair. I would probably just use some hairspray or gel or something like that to get it to work. So then I'm around to the front. Get another rubber band. Can you see? Where's her head? Oh, why is my phone weird? Okay. So then she's got this right here on the end. And I would work more on smoothing this down, but I just kind of want to give a quick demonstration of how I got the Victorian look. And obviously the hair's not curled properly for it to lay down like what I want. So it's not going to look the same. Where are you? There you are. So, ow, those things hurt. Okay. But you can see, I need one more. You can see how I kind of got that look. The basics of it. It obviously looked a lot better because it was pre-curled in the right direction and everything. But I pinned it all down into the head like that. And then, like, that doesn't look super, but if you put a hat on it, it's not bad. And other than my one loosey goose here that's just for some reason was cut short. Why can't you just do what I want? I kind of arranged some of those end hairs that were curled and pretty on top, so it hid all the ugliness. Let me grab a hat. Where's the hat? I had one. Okay, I found my hat. And so then I just put the hat on, you know, and there it is. So she's got like a little bit of a Victorian do. That worked for the client because, like I said, it gave me a doll with hair that was too short, but I still managed it, and it looked better than this. But that's basically all I did. I just pinned it all in the middle with little tie-offs. So that's it. And then of course I sprayed it and everything, and it was much smoother. And she had bangs, but you get it. So anyway, happy Valentine's Day. I will see you guys next time. Bye.